What's up you guys, welcome back to my booktube channel. Today I'm going to be filming a haul for you guys, which I know I posted a haul like a couple weeks ago, but that haul was actually filmed in summer, so I really haven't filmed a haul in a while. So these are going to be all of the books that I have acquired since the start of the school year basically. We're just gonna get into it. I really hope you enjoy the video. So these first couple books are all a part of the same line of mass market paperbacks, which I actually have a very small collection growing, which are these signet paperbacks of like the Stephen King books. So a couple of these I picked up at an antique mall for like 99 cents each, which was great. And then the other one I found at half price books. So that one is The Eyes of the Dragon, which I literally have no idea what this is about. I think it's like kind of fantasy, which I'm really excited to read. I hope to get to this like sometime next year because I'm very intrigued as to what this book is like. Next up we have Night Shift, which I just think the cover for this is really cool, by the way. I don't know, it's always like drawn me in. Oh right, this one has Jerusalem's Lot in it, which I think pertains to, you know, the actual book Salem's Lot, so I'm interested to read that because Salem's Lot is my favorite Stephen King book, so excited to read that one. Don't know when I'm gonna get to the rest of the collection though. And then I also picked up The Dark Half, which I may or may not already have a hardback copy of, but it was only 99 cents and I have a bunch of these, you know, in this general edition. So I really wanted to add to my collection. No, I haven't read it yet. Please don't judge me. Okay, next up, let's go into like some YA fantasy. I think there's a lot of it here. Okay, so I have been getting into Leigh Bardugo's Grishaverse recently, so a lot of these pertain to that. And then I also have a special edition, which I'll show you in a second, which I'm super excited about. As for the normal Leigh Bardugo books, first we have Rule of Wolves, which I suppose I should have shown you King of Scars first, but it's fine. This is what comes after the Grisha Shadow and Bone series, and it follows people from that, I believe. So I'm really excited for it. I'm also just really excited about this naked hardback. Can we talk about it? It's just so pretty. And then, yeah, we have King of Scars, which is the first book in that series, which also has the gorgeous naked hardback, which, oh, I just love it when books do this. It's such a nice little surprise. Can't wait to read more about Nikolai. That's really all I need in life, you know. Next up, I have just one of the Shadow and Bone series in a paperback because I've ordered the other two, and I think one of them got lost in the mail, which is very unfortunate, and the other one's not here yet. But I'm filming this video now, so the only paperback I have of the Shadow and Bone series is Siege and Storm, which this is like my least favorite book of the series, so I think it's really the universe's way of playing a trick on me. But I did order all three of them in the old covers because you can find like the newer set, obviously, just at like Barnes & Noble or whatever. But I kind of prefer the old covers. I don't know. I just think they're cool. Big fan. So then we also have Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, which well, obviously it's by Leigh Bardugo, but I'm actually in the middle of this book right now. I think I'm on page like 97. I'm filming a reading vlog for both Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, so I think that's already up actually, but if you want to watch it, go ahead. I just got like the basic paperback version of this. I really love these paperbacks because they're very like floppy. Like if I set it like this, it just stays open, which is really all I can ask for in a paperback, and some don't even hit that mark. This book would never do me wrong. It's just so floppy. Love it. Yeah. And then as for the, oh, it's over here. As for the special edition that I have of Leigh Bardugo, there we go. That is Shadow and Bone in this lovely blue with like the light blue foiling. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It's such a good addition to my bookshelf. I just think it looks so nice. I display it with my anniversary edition of Clockwork Angel, and they just look so nice together. Big fan. The way it shines, I love it. It's got these end pages, which are like this marbly thing. I think this is what, like the kefta that the Grisha wear, I think it's like in these colors generally. At least that's what I've picked up from the show. Okay, so the last book I have as far as YA fantasy goes is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I do believe this is the UK paperback of it. I got it off a book depository. I just really like this one. I've been wanting to read something by Laini Taylor for the longest time, and this one just sounds super interesting. I know I feel like I say this every time I talk about this book, but like I know there's blue people. I think this guy discovers like a book about his life, or maybe that's the synopsis for the Starless Sea. I think that might be the Starless Sea now that I think about it. This one follows Laszlo, who discovers Weep, and it's like a whole thing. I don't know what the whole thing is, but hopefully sometime soon I will know what the whole thing is. So okay, next up, I guess God, I don't know what to go to next. Oh, we'll go to like a couple of middle grade that I have here. So first up we have The Graveyard book by Neil Gaiman. I actually read this like a couple months ago and I absolutely loved it. It was literally so good. Neil Gaiman's work, like it's all just so good. This book was so good. Words, they don't come to mind. I love this book. It's basically like a retelling of The Jungle Book, and I didn't even realize that until the very end of the book. But I was like, wow, that's fascinating. But it follows this young boy whose parents die when he's like a child, and then he gets raised by people in a graveyard, and it's just so good. I need to find better adjectives. Really need to find better adjectives. And then we have Bridge of Souls by Victoria Schwab. I feel like it blends like interesting history about a city plus like the fun supernatural element of like hanging out with ghosts. Like her best friend is a ghost. It's just such a good time, and a middle grade series I will always recommend. So also it's like in this really cool edition. I wish the other two paperbacks of this series that I had were also in this edition, but I'll settle for one. Anything with foiling on it, I'm for. Okay, so the first graphic novel I have is Seance Tea Party by Romina Yee. I was absolutely drawn in by the art style of this. I just think it's so beautifully done. Like whoever did the illustrations for this is very talented. It follows this girl Laura, and then she meets like this ghost of a girl who is also her age, and they become friends and things go from there, and it's just cute. We have Through the Woods by Emily Caro, which is a very popular graphic novel I feel, but for good reason. This was so weird. Big fan though. It has like 5 different stories in it, and my personal favorite was, I think it's called The Lady's Hands Are Cold. A Lady's Hands Are Cold. This is my favorite one. It's about this woman who is in this house and she discovers dead people in the wall. So you should read it. I guess I'll just stack these here too. Okay, next up I have, I don't know what to classify these as. Well, one's a horror and one's like maybe an adult fantasy. I don't know if it's adult actually. I don't know. First we have The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I've literally heard so much about this book. Not so much now, but like a couple of months ago I was like everywhere. I was like, damn it, I should get it. I still haven't read it. I think I've read like the first 25 pages of it and I enjoyed it, but I honestly just like forgot about it. So I'm definitely gonna get back to it at some point soon because I did really like the setup, and I like the writing style was just very interesting. Like it was very different from what you usually get, which I was really enjoying it. So I don't know why I stopped reading it, but I'll get back to it at some point. And then we also have the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. This one, I feel like everyone knows this book. It's obviously your typical vampire story. New guy moves in. This housewife is like, this man's weird, I don't like it, but then they like become friends, but then she realizes that he's a vampire. Things go from there. She tries to expose him. She tries to get the help of her book club, even though they like don't want to help her, so I really don't understand why this is called the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Like they kind of come back in the end, but for the most part of the book, they're like, bitch, you're crazy. Vampires aren't real. Rightfully so, but like, I feel like she's really doing most of this work on her own, and I feel bad for her. But that's my spiel on it. So the last 3 books I have are some adult romance. I've really been enjoying romance recently. I've read 2 of these and I really enjoyed both of them, so we'll start with those first. First we have Well Matched by Jen DeLuca. This is the 3rd book in the Well Matched companion series, I would call it. So there's like Well Met, Well Played, and this is Well Matched, and I think there's another one coming out sometime next year that's called Well Traveled, so definitely gonna read that one as well. Really enjoyed this. Had a little fake dating moment. And then we have one of my new favorite books, which is The X Hex by Erin Sterling. I adored this book so much. It was so good. I talk about it a lot in my October wrap-up if you really want to see my thoughts on it, but loved it so much. My favorite book that I read in October. It's a new favorite. I just love the witchy atmosphere. I thought the small town setting was great. The love interest, I loved him so much. I'm not gonna go into it though. You should just read it though. And then the last book that I'm going to talk about, I haven't read yet, but I've literally heard so many good things about it, so I'm super excited to get to it, and that is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This is obviously like everywhere. It's about like a third-year PhD candidate, and I think her professor, or like a professor, and I think there's fake dating in this, which I'm super excited about. Anyway, oh my gosh, I am so sweaty. That is the haul. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like I have a lot of good books here that I'm super excited to get to, so maybe I gave you ideas. I don't know. Let me know down below if any of these books interest you. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.